Friends, today we are going to explain the recently released movie Raat Akeli Hai, the Bansal Murders, which is a brilliant murder mystery. That is why you should like the video. Let's start the story. So, at the beginning of the movie, we see a lady named Meera. In the early morning, she starts hearing the sounds of crows. Because of this, Meera comes and asks her maid, "Why haven't you prepared the food for the crows yet?" To this, the maid replies, "The master, Bade Sahab, will come and feed them himself, right?" Then Meera says, "Go and call him." Saying this, she goes to check on the crows and is shocked by the sight there. Along with this, some drops of blood fall on Meera's face. After this, to solve this case, police officer Jatil is called, and here a policeman named Nandu was also with Jatil. From their conversation, we learn that Jatil was sent by DGP Sameer himself because Meera's family members are very rich people and the DGP wants Jatil to solve this case. Now, what is this case? That will be known later. Anyway, here Jatil starts wandering throughout that house, but no one tells him what the case actually is. Then Jatil sees that here a Guru Ma is making everyone meditate, at whom Jatil keeps staring. At that same time, Sethi arrives, who was Meera's pa, and he introduces Jatil to Meera's father. Here Meera's father says, "DGP Sameer sent you, right? So, you find out everything that has happened here at our place. We gathered for the death anniversary of Meera's son, and today itself this happened to us." Then Jatil says, "First, tell me what has happened." Then Meera's elder brother comes to tell, and he begins to talk about his family members. Also, he says that a Guru Ma has come to conduct prayers on Meera's son's anniversary. Then that man brings Jatil to the back of the house, and seeing the scene here, Jatil was also surprised because many crows were lying dead there and the severed neck of a pig had been thrown. Because of this, everyone feels that black magic has happened to the house, and that is why Jatil was called. Then Jatil goes and meets the guards, one of whom was named Om Prakash and one named Umesh. These to say that they could not catch the person who threw that neck. Hearing this, Jatil starts checking the CCTV cameras installed in the house. Then he sees that a boy, who was Meera's cousin, is panicking. Therefore, he goes and catches him. Then Meera calms her cousin, whose name was Arav, and she sends him back to the room. Then here Umesh tells that this is Meera's cousin Arav, who has a drug habit. Therefore, he is kept locked in a room. After this, DGP Sameer arrives there, and Meera's grandfather starts scolding Sameer, saying, "So much has happened at my house, so somehow catch the culprit." Then he says that all this must be the doing of that Rajesh who wants to take over my company. Then Guru Ma comes and calms them down. Then Sameer comes outside and tells Jatil that Meera's grandfather runs a newspaper named Prabhat, and Rajesh is his brother's son who runs a newspaper named New Rise. Therefore, Rajesh wants to take Prabhat under his control too, which belongs to Meera's family. Along with this, Sameer says, "Rajesh is my friend. Therefore, you handle this case properly and give all the news to me." Hearing this, Jatil understands that Sameer will definitely stick his leg in this case. After this, when Jatil comes home, he had gotten a horoscope made for his marriage. Seeing that, his mother was getting angry, saying, "You did all this without telling me?" To which Jatil says that it was just made casually. Then the next day, with the help of the footage, Jatil found out about those boys who had thrown the pig's neck. Therefore, today he comes to catch those two boys. These boys run away seeing the police, but are eventually caught. However, here in the slum, Jatil sees many children who were lying sick. Anyway, then Jatil brings these two boys to the station and beats them a lot to tell the truth. But these two do not say anything. Meanwhile, a lawyer from the slum had come to get them released. But Jatil does not listen to her. Then from here, Jatil comes with Sameer to meet Rajesh and asks, "You haven't done anything, right?" To which Rajesh flatly denies and says that Guru Ma is crazy who spreads superstitions. Then here Jatil starts suspecting Rajesh himself that surely he is playing some game, but Sameer stops him saying Rajesh has done nothing. After this, Jatil comes directly to Meera's house and starts looking at the camera footage. Then he notices that a camera at one corner is shut down. To this, the employee there tells that it was Meera who got it shut down. Hearing this, Jatil leaves. Then he comes directly to the station to question those two boys. Then he asks, "Tell me, at whose behest did you throw that pig's head at Meera's house?" Then that lawyer starts saying from outside that they are being framed. But Jatil starts beating both in the lockup. Then that boy tells that a man's phone call came, who had sent money and that pig's neck outside my hut. He said just go and throw this neck there along with the paper. Therefore, I did that work for the greed of money. Rest I don't know anything. Then Jatil asks, how did you kill those birds? But those boys say that we didn't do anything, rather, some crows were already lying there. We just threw the neck and ran away. Hearing this, Jatil was surprised that it means someone from inside has tried to kill the crows. Then Nandu comes and tells Jatil that the number from which these boys got the call is registered in the name of a company called PMPL. Meaning Prabhat's company, the same one as Mira's. Then seeing this, Jatil says, I will have to go to Mira's house once because I have many more questions whose answers I need. Saying this, he leaves. After which Jatil comes to Mira's house and rings the bell, but the guard does not open the door. Seeing this, Jatil gets suspicious. Therefore, he jumps over the door and goes inside, where the guard named Umesh was sleeping, and he does not regain consciousness even after being woken up. Then Jatil comes out and sees that Mira is standing in front of him covered in blood, who says that all are killed. Hearing this, Jatil quickly picks up Umesh to take care of Mira and goes inside the house to look himself. Then in a room, Mira's cousin Astha and her little brother Rehan are seen crying, who were very scared. Then Jatil starts going upwards where blood was lying, and above, Om Prakash was wounded on his chest. Therefore, he was writhing in pain. Seeing this, Jatil moves forward to kill the murderer, and he sees that in every room the corpses of Mira's family are lying, who were killed very brutally, and seeing this, his senses are blown away. Then Jatil quickly calls DGP Sameer and asks to send a team, and at night itself, all the officers gather there. Then as soon as Sameer arrives, Jatil tells him everything. SP Chauhan had also come with him. Now this case had become very big. Therefore, Sameer hands over this case to SP Chauhan saying, you investigate this case. Then the forensic team also arrives there. So here their main doctor Roji says, whoever saw the crime spot first should come with me. Therefore, Jatil goes with Roji and starts telling all the things, and Roji also takes everyone's samples because now they have to find the killer. Meanwhile, Roji takes samples of the blood on Mira's clothes as well because she was very firm in her work. Therefore, she did not listen to anyone. After which, Guruma comes there and takes Mira away. Next day, when Jatil comes home, Radha comes to meet him there. A case of hers was solved by Jatil earlier, and we find out that Radha and Jatil now want to get married soon. That is why Jatil was getting that horoscope made. However, Radha is also focusing on her studies. Anyway, after this, from here, Jatil comes directly to Mira with Sameer to take her statement. Then Mira tells, I was going to sleep after meditating in my room. Then I heard the sound of someone opening a door. At that same time, another sound came, and I came out and saw that my uncle's neck had been attacked. Just then, holding a sickle, Arav came out of uncle's room, who was angry. At that same time, Arav was about to attack me too. But at the right time, Om Prakash came. He saved me, and Arav attacked him. Then seeing the opportunity, I first locked Astha and Rehan in the room and ran outside for help. After which, Arav also broke the glass and fell down, and he died. Saying this, Mira starts crying, and Astha was also surprised that her brother killed everyone. After this, Roji was telling Sameer and SP Chauhan about the forensic report that everyone's murder happened with the same sickle, and that same sickle was found in the swimming pool in which Arav fell and died. Then Sameer says that surely he must have killed everyone. But on this, Jatil was not ready to agree. He says to Sameer, I feel that first these people must have been given drugs. After that, they were brutally murdered. Because looking at all these marks, it is clear that these people were killed quietly. There are no signs of a fight anywhere. Then here Nandu also shows Roji that crow case where many crows were killed together. On this, reading the report of the water lying nearby, whose test Jatil had gotten done, Roji tells that in this water, a sedative medicine was mixed, after drinking which the crows must have died like this. Then Jatil says, this boy Arav might have been a drug addict, but he cannot commit a murder with so much planning, about which Sameer also starts thinking. Then the next day, he comes to the media and says that we are looking for the killer, he will be found soon. Now after this, Jatil comes to meet Umesh, who had come to see Om Prakash because Om Prakash is still alive in the hospital. Then here Umesh tells that until 7 o'clock, all the servants had left, and then I ate food and I fell asleep. After that only all this happened. Then Jatil gets a phone call from the station, and he quickly reaches there. Actually, here SP Chauhan was beating those boys who had thrown the pig's neck, and he was busy putting the blame on them that you must know everything about the murder. To which Jatil stops them, saying these people know nothing, but SP Chauhan does not listen to him. Now after this, Jatil directly comes to the forensic office and starts checking Meera's account because he was suspecting Meera. Then he comes to meet Nandu, and Nandu says, the blame was going well on Arav, but you pulled this case even longer. To which Jatil says, I have to find out the truth. Then from here, Jatil brings mutton for Radha at her house. Then he sees that today her mother has already come to meet Radha. Then here mother and son start fighting again. Then Jatil sees on the news that Rajesh had called Astha to his studio, and he starts putting pressure on the police through Astha that you find the killer. Meanwhile, the lawyer from that slum, who was fighting with Jatil for those boys, she starts questioning the police today because in the attempt to ask the truth, SP Chauhan broke one boy's eye and the second boy is admitted in the ICU. Therefore, seeing this news, Sameer was scolding SP Chauhan that what was the need to do all this? Just then Roji comes, who tells that in the body of every dying person, the same sedative medicine was found which was mentioned earlier. Then Jatil asks, how did Rehan and Astha and this Meera survive? Then on which Roji tells that this medicine went into people's bodies through kheer, where Astha is lactose intolerant. Meanwhile, Rehan did not eat kheer, and Meera also survived in the same way. Then Jatil says, we have taken Meera's statement, now we should meet this Astha. On which Sameer agrees, and Jatil calls Astha to meet. Here Astha tells that my brother Arav used to stay intoxicated, therefore, he was kept locked up. However, half an hour before the murder happened, he was perfectly normal and we were playing video games. Then when Arav came out of the room, I saw Om Prakash who told that the back gate was left open, he had come to check the same. Hearing this, I went back to play the game and in a little while, I heard the sound of screams. Then Meera Didi came running from above and she locked me and Rehan in the room and ran outside for help. Then now Jatil asks, do you know that Rajesh wants to take over your company Prabhat? Even then you went to him. Then Astha tells that Prabhat company is anyway going to sink because Meera Didi, after the death of their son Arjun, had taken a loan on that same company. Then Jatil asks, whom do you suspect? So Astha says, on Guru Ma, because she seems like a fraud to me. First she trapped Meera in her net, then she used to keep Arav also sitting with her. After which, today the funeral of Meera's family is performed. Then from here, Jatil comes to meet Guru Ma and he says that sedative medicine was found in your sent kheer, after eating which everyone became unconscious and then this massacre happened. But Guru Ma starts spinning words, hearing which Jatil comes away. Then the next day, Jatil comes to meet Meera's husband Khanna, who tells that I live in London only. So Jatil asks, what happened to your son? To which Khanna tells that he had a problem in the lungs and even after getting treatment in London, he could not survive and he died last year. Then Khanna gets a phone call from someone and he starts ordering that same medicine. Hearing this, Jatil remembers that Roji was also taking the name of this medicine from which everyone became unconscious. Then Jatil asks Khanna, who eats this medicine? So he tells that this is for Meera because after her son's death, she is not able to sleep properly. From here, Jatil's entire suspicion was moving towards Meera. After this, Jatil also asks the maid in Meera's house and then calls for the medical file of Meera's son Arjun so that it can be known how he died. Then from here, Jatil goes to Meera's house where Roji was telling how the murder happened. Then after seeing everything, Jatil says, how did the sickle come near this corner? So Roji says that one CCTV was not working, if it were working, it would have been known because from that same corner this sickle must have come into the house. Then Jatil says that it works, and that footage has also come. Then he shows everyone that Meera went to that same place first, and later she came back wrapped in a shawl. Then Jatil says that surely Meera must have brought the sickle in the shawl. Hearing this, Sameer also starts thinking that after all, why would Meera do this murder? On which Jatil says that Meera's father was looking at his financial report that same night, and before this, Meera had already given a lot of her property in the name of Guruma, in which their one shell company I and B is also included, which was of about 2000 crores. Therefore, Meera felt that her truth might come out, so she killed everyone and left Astha and Rehan so that they become witnesses for her. But Samir says that this is not looking so convincing. Therefore, you do a little more investigation. Then Jatil comes directly to Meera from here and asks, why did you go out that night? So Meera tells that I just went to smoke a cigarette. Then from here, Jatil comes directly to Meera's Pasethi and asks, why did Meera put 2000 crore rupees directly into the company named I and B from Prabhat company? I feel Meera was rotating money. To which Sethi also says nothing. Then from here, taking the medical report of Meera's son, Jatil gives it to Roji saying, you must read this and give your opinion. This is important. After which, at night Roji calls Jatil and tells that in this report Arjun was sick for 15 days. Further, she says that he suddenly fell sick and when they took him to London, he died. Then Roji says that Arjun's lungs had gone bad. Just then Jatil remembers that many children in the slum also have bad lungs. But here from all this, it becomes clear to Roji that Arjun was not sick from before and his medical report was made fake. Also, Roji says that this Samir is also met with Rajesh. Therefore, whatever you do, don't tell anyone. After which from here, Jatil comes to the lawyer of that same slum and says to her that I want to know what happened with the children here who are all sick. So that lawyer tells that on the day of 26th January, when the flag was being hoisted, then Meera and her son had also come there. Then children present in a room started getting in bad condition due to gas, and many children were killed there, and in that same gas leak Arjun also fell sick. Then from here, that lawyer brings Jatil to the school of the slum and shows that this is where that gas leaked from, and behind the school there is a rubber factory because of which the gas leaked there and the lives of so many children were lost. Also, the lawyer says that it was never known whose company this was. From that day itself this company is closed, and when the people of the slum tried to raise their voice, everyone was suppressed by the force of the police. Hearing which, Jatil was surprised. Then Jatil starts investigating in that same factory, where he finds an old burnt paper of the company, and I and B company was written on it. Seeing this, Jatil remembers that Meera had transferred 2000 crore rupees in the name of this company only earlier. Meaning Meera has a connection with this. Now after this, Jatil calls Meera again and asks, why didn't you eat the kheer sent by Guruma? So Meera says, I didn't feel like it. Then here twisting things, Jatil starts putting all the blame on Meera. Then Meera says that I didn't do anything. That was done by Arav. But Jatil says that Arav was perfectly fine half an hour before the murder. But Meera flatly denies that rest I don't know anything. Just then her husband Khanna arrives there. So Jatil asks, I want to know the truth of your son's death. So Meera starts telling that on the day of 26th January, I had gone to hoist the flag with my son Arjun in the school. Just then Jatil says that your son was killed because of the gas leak of that factory only, right? And that factory was of no one else but yours. But so that your family's name is not spoiled, you suppressed this matter. Because of this, your son also could not survive. Just then Meera's lawyer comes and takes her. Now after this, Rajesh comes with Jatil and SP Chauhan to Guruma, and Rajesh says to Guruma that I can get this case finished. Just I want that Prabhat company. Otherwise, this Jatil can complicate the case even more. On which Guruma asks for time to think that I will talk to Meera. But hearing all this, Jatil gets angry. So Samir asks him to go outside, and he says to SP Chauhan that tomorrow we will put all the blame on Arav. Hearing this, Jatil immediately calls Roji and tells someone's name that my suspicion is on him. Then he comes directly from here to Om Prakash, who had regained consciousness, and Jatil starts getting his video made by Nandu. Then Jatil asks Om Prakash, what happened that night? So Om Prakash says that Arav had attacked me so I just pushed him. After this, Jatil says, I tell you the truth because I have solved the case, and he tells that first you quietly brought the sickle. Then you entered through the back gate where you started killing Meera's family. Before this, you had mixed Meera's medicine in the kheer due to which everyone was lying unconscious. Therefore, you kept killing them going room by room in a line. But when you attacked Arav's mother, she woke up. And right there Arav's father also started fighting with you, so you killed those two also. But hearing this sound Arav came there, so in anger he snatched the sickle from you and tried to attack you. Just then Meera came there, who felt that all the murders were done by Arav, and in this way you killed everyone. Also, your plan was to kill Meera too, but her room was locked and because of Arav, she survived. Now hearing this, Om Prakash says nothing. Then Jatil tells that I found out from the slums lawyer that Om Prakash lived in this same slum and used to work as a driver in Meera's house. On the day this gas leaked, along with Arjun, Om Prakash's daughter also died. Om Prakash took revenge for the same by killing the whole family. Now seeing his daughter's photo, Om Prakash says that you found out the truth. He tells that my daughter was with Arjun that day. But because of the gas leak, Meera took her son to London, and my daughter died here writhing in pain. Then I found out that this company was also under Meera's company. From that day only I had thought this, that I will take revenge from this family. After which I was removed from driver and made the guard of this house, and then I killed the whole family. If only that Arav had not come in between, Meera and the rest would also have been killed. Now all this was recorded by Nandu, which Jatil makes viral. After this, the truth also came in the media. Then Samir comes to meet Jatil, and Roji was feeling that he will praise Jatil that he brought out the truth. But Samir starts scolding him that why did you put this new angle? Then he sets up an inquiry on Jatil because he did not listen to Samir. Hearing which, Jatil leaves. Then we see that Meera tells her Pasethi that I will not let my Prabhat company sink. Meanwhile, here after being suspended, Jatil was chilling at home where today Roji comes to meet him. Right here this movie ends. And that was the whole story, short and clear. If you enjoy quick breakdowns, hit like and subscribe to Indian Movie Narrator. See you in the next explanation. Thanks for watching.